So as some of you know, for 10 years I couldn't even touch water. My skin, eczema, was so sensitive and so reactive that water was like acid on my skin. It'll literally burn through and eat through my skin, and my skin will start leaking, it'll start boiling, it'll start popping literally within a couple minutes. So to recover so far and actually be able to get in our pool now, it's just amazing.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait!
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boy.
At the time, you know, for 10 years, it's a long time. So I basically assumed that was my life, that was my future. Some of you guys are suffering for, you know, like a year or 2 or 5 years and just not being able to handle it. So managing living with any condition for over 10 years and having to be so careful anytime I'm around water, when it's raining, when people are splashing something around, just have to be so protective of myself, of the environment. But with all the treatments, you know, like 11, 12 years of difficult treatments and experimenting with medications that isn't really for eczema or allergies, you know, here I am. Dupixent obviously has helped a lot for those of you guys with eczema and skin conditions, and also allergies. Dupixent has reduced my allergic reactions a lot, has reduced my IgE count from about 25,000 to you know, 2,700. So that's like more than a 10 times decrease. So just want to put this out there that no matter how impossible and how hopeless it might seem, life is pretty long, and things that you didn't think could happen, possible things, can suddenly become possible faster than you think. So just kind of try to hang on and keep exploring, keep trying options, and yeah, really grateful that I'm able to do this today. Even though it's a salt pool, we installed a salt pool because it's easier on eczema skin, but it still took 11 or 12 years for me to be able to use it. All right, one last swim. I've been able to take baths for the last couple of years. That's why I was able to do the bathing tutorial, the eczema bathing tutorial about how to do that. But being outside in the pool, even a salt pool, still quite a bit different, because even though I feel like the water is pretty safe, it's just, you know how reactive I am to the air, and where I live, LA area, it's basically always polluted. So, or it's too cold, and you know, I'm susceptible to getting a cold due to the immunosuppressants that I take. So today's a very rare day where it's hot enough that it's like 96 degrees, so that I won't get a cold, but it's also, the air is actually very clean today. I don't know why. It's probably just like the direction the wind is blowing. Actually, on any hot day, my body's basically destroyed anyway. Anything above 80, 85 degrees Fahrenheit, I am destroyed the whole week. I can even sense the weather coming in, so if it's going to be hot next week, I'll start reacting this week and just be completely fatigued, have migraines, have heart problems, breathing problems, inflammations everywhere. So there's no way I'd even feel well enough to be outside, let alone be in the pool. But such a rare opportunity for me to be outside. So yeah, it's the problem, I guess, was mostly just being outside, not really being in the pool so much. But it's great to be able to do both. All right, now that I'm getting dressed, so I remember another reason why swimming outside, it's it's harder on the skin and it causes more damage. It's not so much the water, but it's just like taking the bath. People like me with eczema, the skin loses the water very quickly. Once you get out of the pool or once you get out of the bath, a lot of that moisture evaporates and the skin starts cracking very fast. So, just being out of the pool for like 5 seconds, my skin is already starting to feel stiff, like it's cracking. So, but at least the healthier the skin is, the more it's able to kind of hold on to that moisture. So with Dupixent, I'm able to do that with enough time to get up to my bath and get back into the water. So I stop, my skin stops losing water, moisture. And then after the bath, I'll be able to do the put on the creams and all the ointments and stuff that I talked about in the bathing video. Whereas before, when my skin was so damaged, if I got into the pool, I wouldn't have time to make it to the bath, and the skin would just start cracking from just being in the pool a couple minutes to getting inside the house and getting into the shower or the bath. It's just not enough time. That's how fast people with severe eczema, that's how fast we lose moisture. So as my skin's gotten better and be able to hold on to moisture a little bit better, I just have more time to wash off the pool water and the dust and whatever from being outside, and then put on the creams and ointments like I usually do. So I end up doing 5 laps, and now my legs feel like jelly. I've been exercising quite a bit, trying to get my strength up this whole summer. Just walking on the treadmill just about every day for about 2 miles and trying to build that up. But man, swimming really is a full body exercise, and I guess it just takes a lot out of you. Also, the salt pool, for those that you don't know, using salt instead of just chlorine increase the buoyancy, but also increase the resistance. So that means you float easier. Also, the water is softer and smoother, silky smooth, but it's tougher to move through the water to get some momentum and move forward. So swimming, it just takes more effort to move forward when you're swimming. But it's great. I do need a full body exercise to make up for basically a lifetime of being sick in bed and not exercising at all. So hopefully this won't be the only day this summer that the air is clean enough for me to be outside. We'll see. Fire season is coming up, so I'm really worried about that. California is known for pretty bad wildfires in September, October, and sometimes even into November. So we'll see. All right, a quick update. So about 2 hours after I finished the swim, I noticed I had re-aggravated my cervical spine injury. The cervical spine is basically the spinal cord in the neck area. I actually have 3 discs cutting into my spinal cord, compressed discs that are pushing in, and one of them is compressing my spine a lot, and the 2 other ones are just starting to press against it too. So initially last year I really thought I had to get a triple neck surgery to get those discs fixed. It would require fusion, and there was a lot of complications with all the medications I'm using. So even though the surgeon definitely thought I was at high risk of basically getting body paralysis below the neck, so everything below my body could have problems because of how much medications I'm on and how risky it is for me to even be off it for like half a day. We just literally can't do the surgery. So I've been trying to do physical therapy and things, and some of the symptoms of the spinal cord being damaged in my neck has subsided, has gone away, but I felt like I just re-aggravated yesterday. The biggest problems have been just like the numbing of the hands, and also on my feet and my toes on my left feet, and mostly on my right hand, but a little bit on my left hand too. So this, I'm losing sensitivity and touch and on my right hand, and it's also feeling a little bit well, not a little bit, it's feeling quite a bit numb even after a day. It's a day after the swim, and I'm still feeling my hand is being weird, just because of the spinal cord damage up here is leading all the way down to my hand. So I've decided just not gonna swim. I guess just looking back at this footage of me swimming, I'm trying to lift my head up above the water because I don't have goggles. So I guess if I do get goggles and I have better posture putting my head down, maybe that will work. Or you know, I can just paddle on the side without, you know, doing a full swim. But I just really have to protect my neck, my spinal cord, because I can't do surgery. There's basically no other options other than just trying to be as safe as possible. So that's just going to be the plan for now. It was great being back in the water, but as far as just exercising go, there's other things I can do. So yeah, I'm just not going to you know, go all in on swimming when there are other options, and at least for now, until I figure out a better way, swimming does seem to be dangerous for this neck injury that I have.